'cause I got issues.
Having some issues? Kat can help you out with the help of our listeners. Kat Chat starts now on Y107.
She cheated, and now she insists he cheat too to even the score. We're going to call him George. Is trying to move past the pain of his wife's betrayal. She cheated, but instead of apologizing and rebuilding the trust, she offered something else. A hall pass. She says, hey, go out and sleep with whoever you want one time. You get to choose. Then we'll be even, and we can start fresh, clean slate, no guilt. We got this. And George is like, I don't want revenge. I want this to be restored. Like, what the heck? Ooh. I want us to, be on the same page with wanting to fix this, and it's going to be a long road. She still insists the only way she can move forward is if he takes the hall pass. So what is your advice for George? We've got it up on the Y107 Morning Show Facebook page. And pretty much the consensus of most people are like what Jenny says. Sounds like she wants to further drill into George until he is silent. So every cheater says that their partner is cheated too. And that's true. When people are unfaithful, they start feeling guilty and feeling like they see things that the other person does that's like making them think that person's cheating when they're not. And she said, don't do it, George. Honor your soul and recognize that she wants a level playing field so she can, rough it up and keep leveling it again. So, oof.
Call in 441-Y107, or you can keep the convo going. A ton of y'all blowing up our Facebook, Y107 Morning Show.
Join the Cat Chat now. 441-Y107.
She's giving him a hall pass, and he's turning it down? Oh, man. George. We're going to call him George, okay? He is trying to move past his wife cheating on him, and he wants to, build back the trust and everything. Yeah. And she offers him a hall pass and says, the only way I'll be able to move past this is if you have an affair with somebody else. You can pick whatever, but you go do it one time, and then we'll be even, and then I can move forward.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to rebuild. I want to, make amends. I want this to work. I want us to get help. And it's going to be a long road to build the trust back. And him, he's like, me sleeping with someone else is not going to build that trust.
No, that's just going to make more curveballs and things that then she's going to turn that around and be like, oh, really? You chose Linda?
Right,
oh,
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what we've got people on the Facebook saying, too, is they're like, yep, he's going to, find someone else and he's going to pick somebody and then she's going to give him a hard time. And, why'd you pick her?
Exactly.
And then he's screwed.
No, my sister's not on the list. You can't pick Shelly.
She wants the upper hand again. Hey, Hillary, what do you think?
All right. So for George, I would say stick to your guns. If you don't want to use the hall pass, don't let your wife bully you into using the hall pass. I would go ahead and try to maybe negotiate and say couples therapy. But honestly, if your wife of however many years is not up for not making you sleep with someone, you might want to you might want to reconsider the relationship. But that's what I would say. Stick to your guns, George.
Yeah.
That is so good. Yes, I agree with you. I think that, if something doesn't make you feel comfortable or you're not okay doing it, then don't do it. Don't let anyone ever influence you that much.
Yeah, it's like that doesn't need to be your life partner.
Join the Cat Chat now. 441-Y107.
When your spouse cheats and wants you to cheat just so they can feel better and move on, what do you do?
I love Jennifer on our Facebook, Y107 Morning Show. And George, if you're listening this morning and anybody else who might somehow be in this similar situation, every time it ends up being about your wife, George, you're going to hear this. Okay, so just pay attention. Jennifer says, run, George, run. She wants to drag him down to her level so she feels better, so she can move on. She sounds immature and unwilling to take accountability. If he does choose to say, I recommend a lot of therapy for you and for
her. And for them together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she said, don't take the hall pass because it's only going to make you feel guilty. 2 wrongs do not make a right. And then she's going to have the upper hand.
Do we?
All right. What do you think, Jared?
Well, I feel like George maybe should consider taking his wife up on it. Like, you don't know until you try, I guess, and it might bring him closer. Honestly, it might bring him closer at the end of the day. So, and then, not that it's an even playing field, but I don't know, it could spice some things up, and it sounds like they need a little spicing up, so.
You don't know until you try. You're taking the approach of trying to get your kid to eat the asparagus or something. Like, well, George,
Yeah.
I mean, she did it, and she's still here, and, I mean, he could do it maybe, and...
So what you're saying is, if you got a hall pass from your significant other, you would definitely be taking it.
Well, maybe if she did it. I don't know.
Text the Cat Chat now. 1-800-500-Y107.
'Cause I got issues.
Having some issues? Cat can help you out with the help of our listeners. Cat Chat starts now on Y107.
She cheated and wants her husband to cheat with anyone he chooses just so he can, they can even the playing field. And that way she can move on with her husband.
No.
And George is like, no.
So she can have more control. Because as soon as he picks someone, no, why would you pick her?
Yeah.
Why would you pick the hot instructor at the blah, blah, blah? No, you can't do that. I'm going to put the names you can pick on a list, and then we're going to spin them. There. You get that lady at the library. No.
Okay, and you joke about it, but here's the truth. This is what I believe, marriage is a covenant, man. When you're married, whether you agree to have an open relationship or not, there's gonna be residual, aftermath that you're gonna have to face. Whether you acknowledge it or not, deep inside of you, it is going to bother you. It is gonna be a problem that your significant other, even though you know they're doing it, has been with someone else. It's going to catch up to you.
That's what Joanne said on her text from Como. The hall pass thing, it's not the same. She lied and cheated, got caught. His is out in the open like an open relationship. Those are very different things done for different reasons.
Yeah.
And it's not going to make her feel better in the long run because she has to work through the lying, the cheating, and the breaking of the marital trust. His hall pass is not lying and cheating.
Right. But in his eyes, it is cheating. And so,
yeah.
Number one, the biggest red flag to me is she is wanting him to do the same thing so she can, have the upper hand again or be on the level playing field. And that's the big so she can feel better. Mm-hmm. Everything is about her. So that tells me that she is not wanting to work things through. Or, she's just wanting to feel better about what she did. So her heart and her mind right now, I'm not saying, without counseling and stuff like that this can't be fixed. However, that is the big thing that you want to watch, George, because she's not in the right mind frame right now. That it's purely selfish. She's not in the right frame of mind to work things through and for you to be able to have that full trust back with her.
Jennifer's comment was right on the money, kind of tying in what you're saying with your final thoughts, Kat. Every time you heard that bell ring, it was about her. I don't know how many times I pushed that button, about 7.
About 7 or 8
seconds,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's a given that you never let someone bully you or pressure you or push you into doing something that you don't want to do. That George knows. He's like, this is not me. I can't live with that. Even if she knows about it, I still would be cheating on her. This is my commitment I made to my wife. And so you never, ever, no matter what the peer pressure is, give in to anything that someone is trying to make you do. You stay true to you, man.
Keep the Cat Chat going now on Facebook Y107 Morning Show.